So can you bring out a white paper on the Umiam projects? Because a lot of confusion about there is link to Padri Rai, then IHCL for unlimited years, 60 years or something. So will you be making it clear through a white paper?
Sure, no problem. We'll give that.
And also the health condition of the agitator is deteriorating. So what are the initiatives to ensure that it doesn't?
We have asked the medical department to provide some support. We have been monitoring from last evening, and I'm told some medical attention has been given. Of course, they are not willing to leave the location, which is fine in the sense that we do want them to go, but want them to go means to the hospital for their health. But after repeated requests, they have decided not to go. But at the same time, at the local, that level where they are having in Malki, medical attention is being provided. Manpower is there, and doctors are there, and medical attention is being given to them. I think the important point, what we have to note and remember, is that their main concern was the construction in the island, and we have made it amply clear to them and to the citizens of our state that there is no construction there. The construction is going to take place where the Orchid Hotel is right now, which is the Umiam Orchid. That's where the construction of the five-star hotel will take place. So the main issue which they had, which was the construction in Lumpongdeng Island, I think that has been amply clarified, and I think everybody is quite satisfied with that aspect. So therefore, I don't see the issue anymore, and therefore there is no reason that we should continue this. Their concerns were already addressed, or for their satisfaction, they have been addressed, and no construction is going to take place there. So there is no need to continue this, and I have, in fact, day before yesterday, after I had a review, I had appealed to our members of the different organizations that since the issue is clear and there is no construction that's going to take place, which was their major issue and concern, there is no need for them to continue. And obviously, as the head of the government, we have appealed to them that we are concerned about their health. We don't want their health to deteriorate. We don't want them to get ill. So therefore, since the issue has been resolved, there is no need to continue any of the fasting that they're doing. And if there are any concerns, our doors are always open. They can always come and meet us. Director has met them and has expressed and clarified all the concerns. And whatever more details one requires, director will be happy to inform whether the press or any of the organizations that are concerned.
Yeah, the point they want to scrap. They want to scrap that MOU.
See, the earlier the goalpost or the objective was to not have construction there, and we have clarified that it's not going to happen because it's already there in the MOU, and we had no intention to construct in any case out there. Now they're saying that the MOU should be scrapped, so it's kind of not very clear as to what it is, and what is the reason of scrapping also is not very clear. Please remember that we have to develop tourism in the state as a whole. When the Taj Group is coming in, they are bringing investment of over 300 crores that's going to be invested. It is going to be one of the best resorts that is there, if not in the country, the best. In the eastern region, it will be the best. In fact, in the country also, it will be one of the best resorts that we have. All of this will have a huge domino effect where overall livelihood and the overall tourism sector will grow. The brand of Meghalaya will grow. The brand of Shillong will grow. And that's what our whole target is. And what we have to remember is that if you're only putting up Taj Hotel and putting up 5-star, I can understand the concerns. But our strategy is to put up 7, 8, or whatever. We have about 10 projects in line. So 10 5-star hotels are in the project pipeline. But there are 3,000 homestays which are also being constructed. and are in the pipeline, which will help more than 3,000 families. There are multiple CM Elevate vehicles for transport that are being given. I think in a matter of 2 to 3 years, we'll have over 1,000 vehicles being run by our local boys and girls. We are supporting different restaurants by giving them CM Elevate schemes. We are supporting different self-help groups to create textile products, handicraft, other products, so that tourism can be promoted. We are developing different activities where, again, government is supporting these activities. Hence, we are promoting tourism from a holistic point of view. One cannot just see one project and comment on the larger scenario by just looking at the one project that's happening. You have to see the overall activities that are happening everywhere. So hence, tourism is important for us. At one end, we talk about the unemployment rate in the state and say, well, what is the government doing to create jobs? Why isn't government doing enough to create jobs? And on the other hand, when we are working towards creating jobs, then others say, well, cancel the MOU. We don't want it. We don't want these 5-star hotels. It can't go like that. One has to understand that, if we have to achieve the goal of creating employment, these are the avenues. And if we were to do only one activity, which is only 5-star hotels, I can understand the apprehension. But the hotel is only one part of the larger goal and the larger activity which we're doing. As I said, including taxis, including homestays, including restaurants, including entrepreneurs, including music. 7,000 artists are supported today to perform for different tourists in different tourist locations. We spend close to 40 crores giving 7,000 artists money every time they perform. These are all happening because tourists are coming in, because there are good hotels, good homestays. And hopefully, as I said, when the airport also is operational, which we expect, as I said, in the year 2027, then we expect there to be a huge boost to the tourism sector. So one has to look at tourism holistically and from the overall strategy. And you cannot just see tourism from one particular activity, because that will give you only a very narrow view of things. We have to be broad-minded, we have to think large, we have to think of investments, and we have to look at job creation, and these are the ways in which we can create the job.
The government, they are broad-minded, but the people in the state, they are narrow-minded. See, the point from the day one, the government, they are not explained in clear picture. That's why the people they against.
Well, sure. I won't say people are narrow-minded. It's not like that. People are not clear. I think that's the better way to put it. People are not at all. People are concerned. And I think it's only our job to clarify those concerns. And that's what we've been doing. So whenever the issues have come up, people have asked us questions, why? And when we've explained to them, people have understood. So it's a natural process. So it's not possible for government to, to predict or to expect, in all the areas of all these things and say, oh, this will come up, that will come up, so we should explain this. It's only when the issue comes up, then we realize, okay, we have to explain. And we do that. And we do it very patiently, you must have noticed. We're not in a hurry. We're not trying to bulldoze in any way. We are very patient and we explain everything very coolly, calmly. That's what we're doing even now. And that's why the concerns, as I said, was that the Lumpongdeng Island will be destroyed, trees will be cut, and there will be a concrete structures coming up there, which time and again I've clarified, and I'm again mentioning that there is no question of any construction in Lumpongdeng. Not just now, from day one it has been made clear that there will not be any construction there.
So, like you've been mentioning, time and again, the government has also been clarifying on the issue. But yet the issue remains. Do you think there's a political push to it, or politically motivated?
I have nothing to say. I have no comments on that. It's for the people to judge. It's for the people to decide. As I said, when the issue came out, issue was about the Lumpongdeng Island and the destruction of the island. And we have addressed that issue to tell everybody that the construction is actually in the Umiam orchid, where the existing orchid is. So there is no question of destruction of Lumpongdeng. So issue is resolved there. So therefore, your indications could be correct that there is no need for any further concerns, because the concerns are addressed. It's not going to be done. Though there is, if you want, because the government owns that land, and environmentally things are very much within limits. If we want, we can. But even then, realizing that it would destroy the beauty of the location, we took a conscious decision, even before this issue came out, that we will not allow. So therefore, we were aware about this before only. Maybe what our friend mentioned is right, that maybe at some point in time, the communication misunderstanding was there. But I have clarified now multiple times. So I clarify again, there's nothing, there's no concern regarding different political agenda and all these things. I don't have any comments on that.